Hi, NovelRama people. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're enjoying your llama memes and your llama sprints. And I'm hoping you're getting those word counts down. Hooray. Okay, go team. So today, I think on day two, it's the afternoon of day two here. I think it's probably good to maybe talk about boosting our word counts. So don't sweat it if you don't have a lot of words. I know we're shooting for 6,250 words a day, which is kind of, what you need to do in order to hit that 25K. But any progress is good progress. They're words you didn't have before. And you all know the saying, you can't edit words that you don't have. So you need to have the words down. So if you're one of those perfectionists, and I know you're out there and I'm talking to you, if you're one of those people who writes a sentence and then has to go over it again and again, stop that. Stop doing that right now. What you want to do is turn off that internal editor and just keep going. Just write, because you can fix it all later. It doesn't have to be the prettiest. You don't have to write the most perfect prose. Being a writer is not about being perfect and that everything that falls from your pen or onto your keyboard is absolutely perfect. There's a lot of editing and rewriting that goes along with that. You all know this. So just let the words flow. Even if it's kind of crazy, even if you go off on a weird tangent, you can cut it later. It's all good. Just get the words down. Get the story out. That's the most important part. So, and if you get stuck, you're always welcome to, post something here and say, okay, I need a plot twist, whatever, and just have people throw out ideas. Sometimes just talking to somebody else and kind of working your story over with somebody just gives you an idea and you're like, oh, that's perfect. I tend to go downstairs with my husband and sit there and drink coffee and just bounce things off of him, and he'll say really crazy stuff and I won't, use most of the ideas. He's in the other room. But he will give me an idea of what will work for the story, and then I'll run upstairs and I'll write it. So be sure to take some breaks. It's okay to take a break. You don't have to sit in front of that computer for 14 hours a day. That's not going to work. Remember to get up. Remember to take breaks, walk around, have a snack, take a few minutes out of your time to, I don't know, don't watch the news. I was going to say catch up on the news, but don't do that. You'll just depress yourself. Go outside, take a breather, have a glass of lemonade. Something like that, if you have any bad habits, go smoke a cigarette, have a little glass of wine. It's all good. So the key is to stay productive, but don't paralyze yourself by overthinking things. That is the key to getting the word count down. Now, for some of you, using dictation software is going to work really well, because then you can just talk to your computer. Now, this will only work if you kind of have a relatively quiet place without the entire family milling around or whatever. So hopefully you've sent everybody away for the weekend, or you've locked yourself in your writing cave if you have a writing cave. And as you're doing this, again, just especially when you're talking, just ignore what Dragon is typing on the screen, because you're going to have to go back through and edit it. I don't know about you, but when I'm training my dragon, it comes up with some really crazy stuff. One of the things it typed, one of my covens in one of my stories was called Shadow Marboss. So every time I said Shadow Marboss, it would type really weird things. And the funniest thing that it typed was the shadow of Bob Ross. And I was like, how the heck did Bob Ross show up in this story? Because sometimes you go back through and read what Dragon wrote and you're like, huh, I'll be darned. I don't remember saying that. And I'm not even quite sure what I was meaning to say. But hopefully context is everything. And as you kind of read through and you go back through and edit later on, not today, not tomorrow, and not Monday, just go ahead and just let it go. You can fix it later. So if you're a perfectionist, I know this is going to be so hard for you, but you just kind of have to work out the kinks in the editing revision process. So the key is to write with that internal editor off. Now, if you're one of those people who gets stuck, let's say you're stuck in the sloggy middle of your novel or whatever, if you have another project in the works, flip over to that other project and write some words there. Just keep track of your word count. Just know your starting word count and what you're ending at. If you're using Scrivener, it does have that cool feature where you can see how many words you've written that particular session. Just remember not to close before you look at that, because then you'll be like, oh, I don't know how many words that I wrote. You know what I'm saying? So keep track of your beginning and ending, or, start a new Word file and just work in the Word file. When I'm dictating, I'll work in the Word file and then port it over to Scrivener so I can like move stuff around a lot easier. Just because, I mean, Dragon works with that, but you have to like empty your dictation box every so often. And that's just kind of weird and annoying. So that said, happy day 2. I hope you're all getting the great word counts in there. And we'll be having word count shout outs, which I think I have like little memes for that too. I'm going to post those at the end of each of the 4 days there. And I think that's it. I think this video's gone long enough. Get back to writing. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.